Welcome to Vedic Counselor, where ancient Vedic wisdom meets modern scientific insight.
Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and, let's be honest, most intimidating deities you'll ever come across, Maa Kaalratri. She's the seventh and most fearsome form of the goddess Durga. So let's get right into it.
I want you to hold on to this question as we go through this explainer. What if the very thing that terrifies you the most isn't actually a wall, but a door? This is the whole idea behind Maa Kaalratri, the power to transform your deepest fear into your greatest strength.
So, our journey starts in what's called the Black Night. But listen, this isn't a darkness we need to be afraid of. Not at all. Think of it more like a realm of pure transformative power, a place where negativity just can't exist.
And that's literally what her name means, Kaalratri, the Black Night. What a concept, right? She is the night that doesn't just hide things, she actively swallows and digests all fear, all ignorance, all evil. She's the ultimate spiritual purifier.
So, where does she come from? Well, the story goes she appeared from the goddess Durga, specifically to destroy these two demons, Shumba and Nishumba, who were causing chaos everywhere. But here's what's really mind-blowing about her power. It's said that even Kaal, the actual embodiment of time and death, trembles in her presence. I mean, think about that. That tells you everything you need to know about her authority in the cosmos.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting, because we have this huge paradox. Her appearance is, without a doubt, terrifying. But underneath that fierce exterior is this incredibly deep, protective love. Let's dig into how that actually works.
I mean, just look at her. She is designed to intimidate. You've got the dark black skin, she's riding a donkey, her hair is completely wild, and oh yeah, she's wearing a garland of skulls and carrying a sword and trident. Every single part of her image is a weapon against negativity. Just her being there is said to vaporize dark forces.
But here's the twist. You have to look closer. With all that fearsome imagery, one of her four hands is held up in a very specific pose. It's called the Abhaya Mudra. Now that's not a gesture of war. It's a gesture of peace that literally means do not fear. So while some hands hold weapons to destroy evil, one is always extended to her devotees, promising, I've got you. You are safe.
And that right there just perfectly captures who she is. This quote says it all. She's a fierce mother. Think about a mama bear protecting her cubs. Her ferocity isn't aimed at her children, it's for them. It's directed at anything and everything that could possibly harm them. Her terrifying form is actually your shield.
Okay, so that's the mythology. But how does this ancient protective power actually apply to us right now? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating, and we find it in Vedic astrology. This is where her energy becomes a real, practical tool for dealing with some of life's biggest challenges, especially those connected to the planet Saturn.
You see, in Vedic astrology, or Jyotish, if you're dealing with the difficult, heavy influences of the planet Saturn, who is also known as Shani, there is simply no greater remedy than connecting with the energy of Maa Kaalratri. She is considered the absolute master of his domain.
And you can see the connection so clearly here. On one side, you've got Saturn's influence, which brings challenges related to karma, fear, discipline, and delays. And on the other side, you have Maa Kaalratri's domain, transformation and the complete destruction of that very same fear. So she doesn't cancel Saturn out, she helps you master his lessons and turn his tests into your triumphs.
Diving a little deeper into the astrology, her connections are super specific. Her primary link is to Saturn, of course, but she also has an influence over Ketu, the planet of sudden changes. Spiritually, she's connected to the Sahasrara, or the crown chakra, our link to higher consciousness. And in a birth chart, she's amazing for overcoming issues in the houses that rule our deepest fears and our ultimate liberation. So, why does any of this ancient stuff matter to you today? This is where we bring it all home. We're going to look at how you can apply this wisdom to very real modern-day problems. This is basically your roadmap to finding courage.
So, you might be wondering, is this for me? Well, let's take a look. As you can see, she's highly recommended for anyone going through a tough Saturn transit, like that really challenging 7.5-year period called Sade Sati. But look, it's also incredibly powerful for anyone who's just dealing with constant fear and anxiety, or if you feel like you're surrounded by negativity.
And this chart breaks it down even more clearly. It's a direct one-to-one mapping. Problem, an afflicted Saturn in your chart. The benefit, relief from suffering and delays. Problem, chronic fear or anxiety. The benefit? Fearlessness and mental peace. Feeling targeted by negative energy? She provides powerful protection. It's that direct.
And the best part is, you don't need some huge, complicated ritual. Here's a simple, really potent practice you can do every day. First, light a mustard oil lamp. That's traditionally linked to Saturn. Second, just take a moment and pray for all your fears to be removed. And finally, chant her sacred mantra.
And this is the powerful mantra you'll want to use. Om, Aim, Hreem, Kleem, Kaalratri, Namah. This is what's known as a bija, or seed mantra. The idea is that it contains her entire divine essence. It's like her energetic signature packed into sound. Chanting it is a way to directly plug into her protective, fear-destroying energy.
So as we wrap this up, let's circle back to that core idea we started with. This is not about running from the dark or pretending fear doesn't exist. It's about embracing it, knowing that you have this incredibly powerful divine force ready to help you transform it. You could almost think of it as an ancient form of what modern psychology calls shadow work, facing the darkness, not to be consumed by it, but to integrate its power.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? She is the ultimate spiritual alchemist. She takes the raw, primal energy of terror and transmutes it into solid, unshakable courage. She takes the darkness of ignorance and fear and floods it with divine light. So, the question I want to leave you with is this. Looking at your own life, your own fears, your own challenges, what darkness is now ready to meet the goddess of the Black Night and finally be transformed into brilliant, courageous light?
If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel Vedic Counselor. For personal astrology consultation, horoscope analysis, or Vastu consultation, you can contact us on WhatsApp 919219539215 or visit our website www.vediccounselor.com. Thank you for watching.